Hello everyone and Happy New Year. And I think in the true spirit of New Year, as we bring in this new year, I really want to talk about something that 90% of people fail to do. And that is make good New Year's resolutions. So with that said, I'm going to talk about what my personal goals are for this next year. So, starting off, we need to talk about the number one thing. I'm going to be graduating from Teachers College in May. So obviously, my first goal is going to be to have a great practicum, to get a bunch of reference letters, and to graduate by May. Now, while that should be pretty straightforward, I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens given the fact that we were all just granted a temporary license. However, it's going to take about 2 to 3 months to process that. And yeah, if possible, I'd really like to start working before I graduate from my university degree. And what that means is that I need to get my portfolio ready, I need to get resume and cover letters ready, and I need to get ready for job interviews. So those are going to be big parts of the channel, but yeah, it's something that I need to do. It's something that I've got a relatively short timeline on. I've only got about 4 months to get everything and get an interview, so hopefully I can start working either before I graduate in May or when I graduate in May. Now, my second goal for this year is going to be the obvious one. I would like to lose some weight. Now, it's not that I am grossly overweight. I'm like 210 pounds, 215 pounds, and I'm almost 6 feet tall. I'm like 5'11", 5'11 and a half. So, I'm a little bit overweight, but you can't really notice too much. However, I really would like to get down below 200. I sort of hit that mark previously last year for a very, very short amount of time. But then the wedding hit, and I sort of went back up after all the eating out that when we were on our honeymoon, and I'd really like to be able to bring that back down, get below 200 again. And I think what that means is I need to start going to the gym more. I'm going to get a gym membership, and who knows, maybe you might see a workout video on the channel or something like that. I don't really know what to expect. We'll just take it as it comes. My next goal, and now this is probably the bigger goal of the year. This one is the one that I'm sort of like pushing myself a little bit. So, my wife and I would really, really like to get our own place. Now, I don't necessarily think it's possible in 2022 given the housing market, considering that in our area, new townhouses are going for over $1 million. I think that unless something comes up or unless something changes with the market, which is a possibility, the goal might not happen. But if I talk about it here, I'm going to will it into existence. So my wife and I think we're really looking forward to getting our own place very soon. I also think what comes along with that is when we do get a new place, I am hoping, if I have the money after the down payment and everything like that, to start converting one of the rooms into a little more of a recording studio where I can have the podcast going, where I can have people over and we can record, and more of like an editing setup. The audio in this room isn't great, and there's a couple things that I want to figure out. Again, I've mentioned in my previous video I want to get a green screen. While I would like some space to be able to set that up and maybe get a proper recording camera, maybe a better microphone. But I think that's actually going to transition me into my next goal, and that's going to be more related to the content, is I would like to upgrade some of my gear. The camera, the microphone, getting a green screen, maybe picking up some sound panels to help with the echo off some of these walls. But yeah, I think I really would like to invest in this a little more, invest in a little more of a hobby, and be able to take this a little more seriously because I am having a ton of fun with it, and I do really think that it can go somewhere. So next, and this is probably a goal for all of my friends who are watching, I think that the sort of global situation that's been going on, and in combination with me moving in the past couple of years right as it started, it has really prevented me from seeing my friends, especially the friends that I either grew up with or the friends from university. I think that really the situation combined with school and practicum and everything has really prevented me from hanging out with my friends as much as I want to and talking to them as much as I want to. I just find that I'm so busy and so exhausted after I get home from work that it is really, really hard to do anything. And I mean, that's true in my personal life, that's true with my friends, but I think that I really want to spend more time intentionally, either going and seeing my friends and talking to them more, and just reconnecting myself with my community. And then my last goal is, it's going to be pretty obvious, but it's obviously going to be to start my career on the right path. I'm really looking forward to job interviews and just being able to nail down that job. However, with teaching previously, it has always sort of been very fickle at the beginning. There's either you're on a supply list, you have to wait a couple years to get on an LTO list, and then you need to wait a couple years to get hired. But this actually all changed during this situation, and what that means is that I might be able to get a full-time job almost right away or an LTO almost right away. So I'm really looking forward to that. And obviously once I start working and start making that money, that sweet, sweet money, obviously then I can start investing more into my hobbies and everything else. So that is just another small goal for me. Obviously there's more that will come up along the year. I'll probably do a couple of reflections on my goals. So with that said, I will end the video there. But if you have any goals that you think I should undertake or any challenges that you think I should take for myself going into 2022, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear from your thoughts on the channel and the direction that we're going in. So with that said, have a great day, stay happy, safe, and healthy, and I'll see you all around. Bye, everyone.